Now, at a time when tension between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Trinamool is only escalating, Prime Minister Modi is all set to visit Mamata's turf. Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to hold two rallies in Bengal's Thakurnagar and Durgapur today. This is the Prime Minister's first visit to Bengal after TMC refused permission for Amit Shah's rally in the state. Thakurnagar is dominated by the influential Matua community, and Prime Minister Modi's rally is seen as a bid to woo the community, which is now considered as a huge vote bank. Prime Minister is also likely to inaugurate a few railway projects in Durgapur. Remember, this comes days after BJP and Trinamool traded barbs over Midnapur violence post Amit Shah's rally. Now, after the second meeting on the CBI chief's selection remained inconclusive on Friday, the Prime Minister-led panel will finally appoint the new CBI boss today. It appears to be a three-pronged fight for the CBI's top job. Sources say PM-led panel had a disagreement over one of the shortlisted candidates, that is Gujarat DGP Shivanand Jha. Sources say objections were also raised about appointing a Gujarat cadre officer as the new director. Sources also say that the committee that comprises of Prime Minister Modi, Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi and Leader of Congress in the Lok Sabha Mallikarjun Kharge have sent three names to the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. The panel will announce the final name today. The panel had earlier met on January 24th but could not decide on the CBI chief's name. Remember, the post of the CBI chief has been vacant since the unceremonious exit of Alok Verma, who was engaged in a bitter fight with Gujarat cadre IPS officer Rakesh Asthana over corruption charges. Now, a rift within the saffron organizations over the Ram Mandir is open as RSS chief throws another Mandir ultimatum. In a speech at the BHP's Dharm Sansad in Prayagraj, RSS's Mohan Bhagwat said if the Modi government doesn't arrive on a decision on Mandir in the next 6 months, the RSS will start building it themselves. Even as Bhagwat pitched for ousting the Modi government, chaos erupted at BHP's event as the crowds shouted "Tarikh Batao" slogans. This comes only days after the Akhada Parishad supporter Swami Sarupanand announced the 21st of February to lay the foundation stone for the Ram Mandir.
सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने ये कह दिया कि हमारी प्रायोरिटी नहीं है, तो फिर हमने कहा कि फिर प्रायोरिटी नहीं है। इसका सीधा अर्थ यह है कि आपका निर्णय हमको मिलने वाला नहीं है जल्दी, तो हम रुकेंगे नहीं। हमको कानून चाहिए और हम उसके लिए मांग करेंगे। हमने सफाई की, मांगे की। ये मांग रहते हुए इसको कैसे पूरा करना, कर सकते नहीं कर सकते, सरकार को सोचना। सरकार करेगी, प्रभु रामचंद्र का आशीर्वाद उनको मिलेगा। नहीं करेगी, रामचंद्र के मन में क्या होगा अपने को पता नहीं। मैं समझता हूं कि 4-6 महीने के इस उथल पुथल के पहले कुछ हो गया तो अच्छी बात है, उसके बाद वो जरूर होगा कि हम सब लोग मिलकर देखेंगे।
Now, the Modi government in its last budget has packed in a lot of josh for the middle class and farmers. It is a direct outreach to nearly 13 crore voters, but the Congress is calling it the Aakhri Jumla budget. Take a look.
Individual taxpayers having taxable annual income up to rupees 5 lakhs will get full tax rebate.
With this big announcement of tax rebate of income up to 5 lakh, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has tried to shore up his vote base, reaching out to nearly 3 crore taxpayers who will benefit from the bonanza. That is not all. The government has announced a direct income of rupees 6,000 per year for farmers who own up to 2 hectares of land. The scheme, modelled on Telangana Raitu Bandhu, will cost the government 75,000 crore rupees each year, much more than the Rural Employment Project, which has been allocated 60,000 crore.
जिसे पीएम किसान योजना कहा जा रहा है, उसका लाभ 12 करोड़ से ज्यादा उन किसानों को मिलेगा जिनके पास 5 एकड़ से या 5 एकड़ से कम भूमि है।
समाज के हर वर्ग को किसी न किसी प्रकार से राहत देने वाला बजट। मैं मानता हूं इस बजट से प्रधानमंत्री जी से जो अपेक्षा थी वो अपेक्षाओं को पूरा करने वाला बजट रहा है।
The opposition is not convinced, calling it a pre-poll stunt. Congress President Rahul Gandhi took to Twitter, describing ₹17 per day income support an insult to farmers.
आप 3.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए 15 लोगों का कर्जा माफ कर सकते हो और किसान को आप 17 रुपए देते हो, दिन के 17 रुपए। अपमान नहीं है तो क्या है?
The government's desperation is proved by its announcement of the Farmers' Income Support Scheme to provide a measly sum of ₹6,000 per year to every small and medium farmer. I would like to ask how the government will reach the money to the tenant farmer and farm laborer who actually tills the land.
The TMC and TRS claim the PM Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme is a photocopy of schemes that already run in the West Bengal and Telangana.
ये बजट टोटल फर्स है, उसको पता है वो नहीं आएंगे, उनका पता है नहीं आएंगे। इसी के लिए दिस मे बी देयर बीजेपी मैनिफेस्टो अगेन टू चीट द पीपल को चीट करने के लिए, लेकिन इसमें कुछ नहीं है।
अगर किसानों के प्रति इतना ही इनको प्रेम था तो ये पहले साल से भी कर सकते थे, लेकिन किया नहीं है। एटलीस्ट जब तेलंगाना ने इंट्रोड्यूस किया था 3 साल पहले, तब से तो कर सकते थे, तभी भी नहीं किया। तो सिर्फ वापस जब इलेक्शन के लिए जा रहे हैं, अभी कर रहे हैं, तो बिल्कुल ये इलेक्शन के लिए ही किया है, वोटों के लिए ही किया है।
The interim budget has put the Josh back in the Bharatiya Janata Party. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be hoping to regain some of his lost momentum after the dismal performance of the party in the last round of assembly elections. But are these sops enough to win the general elections? That probably is a little too early to say. With camera person Vinod Kumar, Paulami Saha in Delhi for India Today.
Now, the Narendra Modi government has announced an income support scheme for poor farmers in its interim budget 2019. Under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, farmers owning up to 2 hectares will get ₹6,000 per year now. The government is convinced it will win votes, but how are the farmers reacting?
I propose an outlay of ₹75,000 crore for PM Kisan for the financial year 1920. I am also providing 20,000 crores in the revised estimates of the current year itself.
The Narendra Modi government's pre-election budget has come as a big boost for the farmers. Taking cue from the Raitu Bandhu income scheme in Telangana, which is credited with helping K. Chandrasekhar Rao retain power, Finance Minister Piyush Goyal has introduced Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. Under this, ₹6,000 per year will be transferred directly in the bank accounts of farmers with less than 2 hectares of land in 3 installments. The scheme, which will be applicable from December 1, will cost the government ₹75,000 crores.
अब प्रधानमंत्री किसान सम्मान निधि यानी जिसे पीएम किसान योजना कहा जा रहा है, उसका लाभ 12 करोड़ से ज्यादा उन किसानों को मिलेगा जिनके पास 5 एकड़ से या 5 एकड़ से कम भूमि है।
While the Modi government seem bullish on the ground, farmers, the beneficiaries of the scheme, are a divided lot.
मोदी जी ने हमारे लिए अच्छा काम किया, क्योंकि हमारे 12.5 बीघा से जमीन कम है, ये इससे खेती आसानी से होगी।
बहुत बढ़िया योजना है, इससे किसानों को आर्थिक लाभ होगा और आगे भी किसान को फायदा होता जाएगा और उत्पादन भी बढ़ाएगा वो।
Many others found the ₹6,000 SOP disappointing.
इस बजट से किसानों की बहुत उम्मीद थी, लेकिन पूरा निराशजनक बजट हो गया है, क्योंकि 2014 के पहले मोदी सरकार ने किसानों का 7/12 कोरा करने को आश्वस्त किया था। स्वामीनाथन आयोग की अमलबजारी हो जाएंगी, लेकिन इसकी ये बजट में तरतूद नहीं होगी।
ये सरकार
बहुत ही किसानों के प्रति जुमला कर रही है। और जो भी सरकारें आई हैं आज़ादी के बाद इस पूरे भारत में सिर्फ और सिर्फ हर सरकार किसानों को छलने का काम किया। जो आज की सरकार है वो सीधे सीधे किसानों को लॉलीपॉप दी है। सरकार को ये चाहिए कि जितने किसानों को लागत लगा है उसे 1.5 गुना या 2 गुना उसे देना चाहिए, लेकिन सरकार इस पर फेल है।
A few others are just happy that such a scheme was introduced for the first time for them.
कुछ तो जब होंगे जब वो मिल पाएगा, इससे पहले कुछ तो होने की और ना होने की बात थोड़ा ही ना है। जो सरकार ने बजट पेश करा अगर वो किसानों को मिले तो जब फायदा होगा, इससे तो कोई फायदा नहीं है।
Of all the SOPs that have been announced for farmers, the transfer of 6,000 rupees directly into bank accounts of farmers who own up to 2 hectares of land is being discussed the most. What kind of an impact this will have in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections remains to be seen. But for the moment, comparison between the latest SOPs and the farmer loan waiver scheme announced by the Congress government in Madhya Pradesh are being made. With Vijay Irshad Khan in Bhopal, Hemendra Sharma for India Today.
Now, a day after Finance Minister Piyush Goyal announced budget SOPs, farmers are set to up the ante against the centre. Thousands of farmers from across the nation will protest at the national capital's Jantar Mantar today. Farmers demand an increased compensation of their land acquired by builders, loan waiver and better prices for their produce. Farmers also seek long-term institutional measures to avoid debt. As opposed to what farmers want, the new budget gives farmers a direct income of 6,000 rupees, an interest relief on farm loans and rural employment guarantee. Remember, farmers' rally hit traffic at Delhi DND, in fact the Noida-Delhi flyway on Friday, and the protests may affect Delhi traffic today. Now let us take you through a few frequently asked questions on farmers' SOP. Now question number 1 is, who is eligible to get annual direct income? Now farmers with land up to 2 hectares, that's the answer. Question number 2, how much money will they get? 6,000 rupees per year in 3 installments. Question number 3, what will be the mode of payment? It will be direct transfer to farmers' bank accounts. Question number 4, what is the total cost? What is this going to cost the government? It is going to cost the government 75,000 crores annually. Who will pay for it? The central government will pay for it. How many beneficiaries are there in total? Around 12 crore farmers stand to benefit. And finally, when will the scheme come in effect? The scheme is being put into effect in retrospective effect from December 1st, 2018.
कुछ किसानों से हमारी बातचीत हुई, उन्होंने कहा कि हमारी उम्मीदें सरकार से ढेरों थी। 6,000 रुपए मतलब करीब 15 से 17 रुपए पर डे। वो कहते हैं
किसानों से नहीं बात की,
किसानों से बात की।
ये एक विपक्ष के नेता का बयान है।
नहीं,
इसका मैं जवाब दे चुका हूं।
क्या कहा?
कि उन्होंने 10 साल में क्या किया। 52,000 करोड़ 3 करोड़ किसानों को दिए। हम 10 साल में 7.5 लाख करोड़ 12.5 करोड़ किसानों को देने जा रहे हैं। क्या ये छोटी बात है? और मैं समझता हूं आलोचना करना सभी का अधिकार है, करें, हम स्वागत करते हैं आलोचना का, लेकिन ये किसानों के सम्मान की निधि है। ये कोई आकलन इतने रुपए दिन इतने रुपए महीना नहीं किया जा रहा है। ये हमने सोचा कि एक अर्थव्यवस्था में सुधार हुआ है, अर्थव्यवस्था मजबूत हुई है, महंगाई कम हुई है, महंगाई कम होने से फूड इन्फ्लेशन भी घटा है। तो किसानों के सम्मान में, जिन्होंने हमको आज आत्मनिर्भर बनाया है फूड ग्रेन में, उसके लिए एक सम्मान के रूप में 6,000 रुपए प्रति वर्ष 3 किस्तों में दी जाए। मैं समझता हूं ये सम्मान करने का एक योजना है। आप लोग उसको किसी भी प्रकार का रूप देना चाहें, आपकी मर्जी है। विपक्ष आलोचना करेगा, लेकिन विपक्ष को जवाब देना पड़ेगा कि क्यों ये सब चीजें उन्होंने देश के लिए नहीं किए। इतने वर्ष सरकार में रहने के बावजूद उस परिवार ने क्यों ये सब जनता को नहीं दिया, वंचित रखा, जबकि लगभग 30-40 वर्ष एक ही परिवार या उनके चुने हुए लोग सरकार चलाते थे। क्यों इस देश को वंचित रखा? बिजली से, शौचालय से, कुकिंग गैस से, स्वास्थ्य सेवाओं से। ये जवाब उनको जनता को देना पड़ेगा।
Now, after offering big sops to farmers and the poor, Union Finance Minister Piyush Goyal impressed the middle class by offering a huge tax relief. On Friday, Goyal announced in his interim budget 2019 that there would be no tax for individual taxpayers with an annual income of 5 lakh rupees or less. Here's a report.
Reducing the tax burden on the middle class.
After big sops to farmers and poor, Interim Finance Minister Piyush Goyal unwrapped the government's tax gift, and as expected, it raised the roof in the Lok Sabha. Goyal announced a massive rebate in income tax. Now individuals earning up to rupees 5 lakh will not have to pay any income tax. Previously, if you were earning rupees 5 lakh, you had to pay a tax of rupees 12,500.
Individual taxpayers having taxable annual income up to rupees 5 lakhs will get full tax rebate.
At least 3 crore middle-class taxpayers are expected to get tax relief. Further, individuals with gross income up to 6.5 lakh rupees will not need to pay any tax if they make investments in tax-saving instruments.
ऐसे लगभग 3 करोड़ लोग अलग-अलग वर्गों से मध्यम वर्गीय उनको टैक्स से लगभग इससे पूरी तरीके से मुक्ति मिल जाएगी.
A master stroke by the government, as the middle class is traditionally seen as a big constituency of the BJP.
इस बढ़ते मिडिल क्लास की आशा आकांक्षाओं को कुछ कर दिखाने के जज्बे को हौसला मिले, उसको सपोर्ट मिले, इसके लिए सरकार ने अपनी प्रतिबद्धता दिखाई है.
ये किसान, गरीब, मजदूर और मध्यम वर्ग को सबको खुश करने वाला बजट है. ऐतिहासिक बजट है. मोदी जी के नेतृत्व का इसमें परिचय दिखता है. उनका जैसे दृष्टि है देश के लिए वो साफ झलकती है.
The opposition, rattled by the populist move, said the Modi government had gone beyond the interim budget traditions.
It was not an interim budget. It was a full-fledged budget accompanied by an election campaign speech. By doing so, the government has trampled on time-honored conventions. A government confident of returning to power would have respected the conventions.
ये बजट टोटल फर्स है. उसको पता है वो नहीं आएंगे. उनका पता है नहीं आएंगे. इसी के लिए दिस मे बी देयर बीजेपी मैनिफेस्टो अगेन टू चीट द पीपल को चीट करने के लिए, लेकिन इसमें कुछ नहीं है.
But the tax move of the government found resonance with the people.
It's become very easy for the common man to accommodate his portfolio.
वैसे तो अच्छा है मिडिल क्लास के लिए, बट वील हैव टू सी कि बजट पास होगा कि नहीं होगा, क्योंकि जनरल इलेक्शंस आ रहे हैं, तो परहैप्स दैट्स फॉर जनरल इलेक्शन. लेकिन ये पास होगा तो ही बेनिफिशियल है.
जिस तरह से दिल खोल के उनको देना चाहिए मिडिल क्लास को, गरीबों को, और मैं तो कहूँगा इंडस्ट्री वालों को भी उन्होंने 5% टैक्स की सहूलियत 250 करोड़ टर्नओवर वालों को दिया है. ये बहुत ही विकासोन्मुख बजट है.
जो लोअर मिडिल क्लास है उसको आईटी में फिर भी रिटर्न तो भरना पड़ेगा, लेकिन थोड़ा आईटी में उससे रिलीफ रहेगा केवल 5 लाख के पॉइंट.
The interim budget has put the Josh back in the Bharatiya Janata Party. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be hoping to regain some of his lost momentum after the dismal performance of the party in the last round of assembly elections. But are these sops enough to win the general elections? That probably is a little too early to say. With camera person Vinod Kumar, Paulami Saha in Delhi for India Today.
Now, in a development which can have far-reaching political implications, Sonia Gandhi's son-in-law and businessman Robert Vadra has moved for anticipatory bail in a money laundering case lodged by the Enforcement Directorate. Vadra has moved the application before the Patiala House Court to seek interim protection from arrest and the matter will be heard today. This after a crackdown on Vadra's close aide Manoj Arora. Arora is an employee of Vadra's firm Skylight Hospitality, and he has been probed on allegations of money laundering in the purchase of a London-based property. It has been alleged that Vadra Skylight Hospitality sold 70 hectares of land at 7.4 lakh rupees per hectare in 2012, while he bought the same land at the rate of 1 lakh rupees per hectare in 2010. Now, businessman Anil Ambani's Reliance Communications has decided to file for bankruptcy before the Mumbai bench of the National Company Law Tribunal. In a statement released on Friday, the embattled Anil Ambani-led telecom firm said it has decided to implement debt resolution plans through the Law Tribunal framework due to lack of consensus among the lenders and several pending legal challenges impeding progress at various stages. Outlining the reasons behind the decision to go to the Law Tribunal, RCOM said that there is absence of complete approval and consensus among 40 lenders, Indian and foreign, even after 45 meetings over the course of 12 months, as well as numerous legal challenges and issues pending at the Supreme Court of India.
And even more growth.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.